streaming. All right, we're recording, and we can skip all that other mumbo jumbo. And welcome back, shooters, for a sleepy, scary Sunday edition of the Shootin' Straight Handball podcast with JD and Max. Max, how we doing this fine evening?
It has been a day, JD. I'm a little tired, a little stressed, but it's been a day nonetheless.
Well, why don't we talk about that? Tell us about your feelings. How you have made it through this very long and tiring day that you've had.
Well, this morning I was supposed to go to brunch and it got canceled, so I had to make my own brunch. But I was out of maple syrup, whole big thing. Had to go buy some. Had to get some drinks this afternoon at a happy hour. It was actually kind of fun. But anyway, should I go for my first story of the day?
Yeah, you're a little quiet. I'm gonna try to boost you up here.
I can move my laptop closer. Is that better, JD?
Yeah, that's better.
My laptop is just too far away.
I can make you louder. Hold on. You keep talking. I'll boost you up.
Let's talk some Blue Jackets. Talk some shop. So today, I'm walking to my car, right? And my car is in my building's has like a dedicated garage. Like it's kind of it's a sub building, so it's pretty small. Hold on, I'm just saying tune in. And I'm walking to my car, and I noticed there's a new car next to mine in the garage lot, which I was like, oh, okay, new resident. And this car, get this, is a yellow Lamborghini truck. You ever seen
Lamborghini truck?
That's what I'm saying. Lamborghini truck, not pickup truck, but Lamborghini truck. I looked it up. $300K for the base model. It's called a Lamborghini Ursa.
That's really not that. I think a Lambo, so it's like, okay.
Yeah, but like I saw that, I was like, okay, like we rocking with the new neighbors. And then I go and look at the license plate, right? And guess what I see, JD?
It's Cam Atkinson. No, hold on. Who do you hate the most? It's Seth Jones. Seth Jones.
The Manitoba, Canada license plate. And I was like,
Manitoba?
It's Patrick Laine.
Oh, Patty Laine.
Next to me. So I was thinking tomorrow when I like leave to go like to wherever, maybe I give him a little nudge, like maybe a little love tap.
Dude, you get him on the show. Let's get Patty Laine on the show.
Like, I'm sorry for like breaking your card, but like if you want your money back, you're coming on the Shootin' Straight Handball podcast.
Man, he's Swedish, isn't he? Or Finnish?
Yeah.
Okay. You might know the infamous derby, the Dicks and Cox.
I love Dicks and Cox. That is a handball spectacular.
It's the number one handball derby that everybody pays attention to.
I think Mr. Laine is. I think I'll be getting him on a podcast pretty soon.
Okay. All right. Good. Well, on that note, we'll keep rolling with the Blue Jackets punches. I am sure you saw that the Blue Jackets basically said, "Screw you" to all the old guys, and the real like locker room presences and the community leaders of the team, and said, "We're just going to get some draft picks." So
locker room, we need scoring, right? Like
I agree.
The Armada, right? Like if we had to get rid of, say, a Josh Forstoffel, it would make me sad. It might tear my heartstrings, but if we're trying to say Josh Forstoffel for like a who's a good handball player.
Shout out to Mishi for tuning in. It's been a while. So
say we traded Josh Forstoffel for Drew Donlin. I think that's a good deal. What do you think, JD?
It's not the same. This is trading Josh Forstoffel for a to-be-announced draft pick.
No, Drew Donlin.
Drew Donlin is older than Josh.
But he's better. So say trading Josh Forstoffel for who's a good college kid?
Dale.
I mean, I'm thinking Bolte. We're trading Forstoffel for Bolte.
Okay. All right. If that's what the Armada ownership wants to do, then that's what's going to be done.
I think ownership would actually do that.
Okay.
We got this coming up soon, actually.
Yeah, we do need to work on that. So Martin brought that up last. I think it was last show or 2 shows ago. I gotta start working on getting some intel from some players and scoping out who's going where. So.
Oh, yo, can you send me this address for practice tomorrow? And is there parking there?
Practice tomorrow is at the RPAC.
Oh, I thought it was Armada practice.
Armada practice is Wednesday.
Oh, that was the key, JD. So I don't know if I'm allowed to go tomorrow yet because this lady never emailed back still. I'm gonna call tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm gonna call because she still has not gone back to me. I will literally call her and be like, "What do you need me to do?"
All right.
But if I can,
Okay. Okay. Mishi, we haven't had too many guests on this year, but we need to find some lady guests so that she can come back because Mishi's just been holding out on us, Max. She's waiting for more female guests, so we
We'll, we'll,
gotta
we'll
find some females.
women, or can we get an OSU women's lax player on?
Women's lax.
Yeah.
That's outside my realm, but I can see what we can cook up. Maybe I can talk to our former guest Sydney Worthy. She's got any more soccer players that she could refer us to. I think actually Elizabeth on the OSU team has a friend who plays baseball at Ohio Dominican. So I think that's in a
I think if she's a woman, she plays baseball, JD.
softball. Sorry, my bad. We're off to a rough start here.
I
Holy
have a
cow!
friend, on the track team at Ohio Dominican. She sets all the records there, but I don't know if she would come on the Shootin' Straight Handball podcast.
Hey, shoot or shoot, Max. Just like you talking to Patrick Line. Yeah, I started the day going to my nephew's baptism, so
Did he get baptized right?
yeah, it was different than my other nephew's baptism, so I questioned the priests if they did it the right way, but the previous time, I should say. But either way, they're both baptized now, so that's great. What else was I going to talk about? So, question before we get into the other major topics down below, Max. As I've started coaching these high school kids, I found it extremely difficult to pretty much say anything. It's always taken out of context, and then
Kids are ruthless.
they're insane. One instance, and this shows my age, I guess, a little bit, but the term "no cap," I believe it means like yeah, no cap. That's like really cool, right? Or is that bad? What no cap is like
No cap just means like it's true, like it's a
like
true.
like for real, man. No cap.
Yeah, like, it's usually good. Like you're gonna be like, damn, like that podcast was fire last night, bro. No cap, to signify that
Not lying, basically, is what you're saying.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so then what would yes cap mean?
Cap is just like if you're lying. Like if you say something like extraordinary, like if I was like JD, I'm so good at handball, you'd be like cap,
Yes.
bro.
But what about saying the word yes cap?
Yes, cap would just be the same. It'd just be a continuation of the word cap. So
All right, see, they were trying to tell me that yes cap is some racist slang thing towards the Mexican folks.
not that I've heard.
All right, so if you don't know, then I'm going to say I'm coming for you guys at practice, pulling my chain. No, yeah, we had a game on Saturday and we were losing, and
Oh.
so the away team, they started firing up the grills. Then the commentator comes on. He's like, "Hey, folks, head over to the concession stand for some burgers and hot dogs." And I went over to our guys. And I was like, "You guys smell that? That's a comeback." And none of them found that to be motivating. They all found it hilarious because they thought that I said something else.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they just ran with that, and we ended up winning the game. We did, in fact, come back and win the game,
Is that
but
the JV?
they just what?
Is that the JV team or the varsity?
It was the JVB team. I coach. I coach I'm the head coach for the JVB team, assistant coach for the JVA team, and just another assistant coach for the varsity team.
So is that how like I'm the head coach of OSUB?
Correct. Yeah, it's kind of the same. Like I'm new on the scene. I'm not trying to step on toes. Like they know. I really just know goalie stuff, basic level defense. I know the sport pretty well. So, but from a high level tactics standpoint, at the varsity level, I can't move. I think fast enough to keep up with it. But I do a good job with the defense, I think, at the JV level.
I mean, you won the game, didn't you?
Yeah. We got a lot of help. Our guys played well. There's one kid in particular that he's kind of like the max of the team, and he ended up getting a hat trick and was just he did a tie loose step over on a kid that he laid out. I mean, it was we were getting out of control. It was a problem. his ego went from like 0 to 900. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a problem. But I'm glad everybody had a good time. It was great, fun time. It rained the entire time. It was awful though in that sense, but good clean family fun. Okay, so first order of business for anyone out there that's looking to become the next head coach of the USA Team Handball's women's national team. Listen in. If you have not seen it, it's been posted everywhere and this side of the sun. Uh, Pretty high level understanding is that the pay is $400 a month. You'll be expected to, what is it, 4 tournaments a year, so 4 weeks, 4 trips a year. You'll also be expected to develop players both domestically and internationally, create relationships and pipelines for players to play at the next level, as well as foster long-term growth. Seems like a lot of stuff for just one individual to deal with, and that's not something I think our current or previous coaches have been asked to do. I know Javier Garcia Cuesta was kind of doing that with Auburn. He lived in Auburn and was kind of like hanging out with the guys and did a lot, and the gals, and did a lot of coaching with them in that sense. But I don't believe that Javier was kind of out gallivanting and hosting tryouts throughout the country to collect future national team players. Basically, it was just, hey, you want a shot? Come down to Auburn, and then we'll look at you after a day or two, and if we like you, you can stay. Mishi wants to know. Yeah, Mishi, I asked the same question, and I don't know. I brought that up to Ryan and some of my other board members, and we'll see what response I get back on that. So I don't know, because I know for a fact Robert is not held to that same standard. I don't know honestly if you at the beach side what your contract states, but I think that's something that, again, you're the assistant coach, but still, I think if it's going to count for one person, it should be the same level across the board. So,
You ready for my piece yet, or do you still want to go on the intro?
oh yeah, you go ahead.
So I've been thinking long and hard, and it's not a joke. I really have been putting some thought into this, and I decided that I want to go out and I want to be the head coach of the U.S. Women's National Team. And I know some people listening or thinking might say, wow, like that's a little above your level. You're just an assistant pro SU. But I think the key is, as you said in the intro, it's not just a head coach. You also need to be a general manager. And as the founder of the Columbus Armada, boy, do I have that. And I think I'm the only person that has the coaching wherewithal from being an assistant at OSU and the game manager, the general manager level from founding the Columbus Armada Team Handball Club. You see what I'm getting at, JD?
Yeah.
I think I have
The one question I have for you is, how do you plan on handling the fact that most of the team will be older than you that you'll be coaching?
Because what we're doing under my plan is radical. We're getting rid of that team. That team hasn't won anything, JD. We're not all of them. Some of them they'll be competing for spots. But what we're doing, and I'll introduce this in a minute, is we are identifying Division I women and we are putting them in the program as soon as we can.
Okay. Mishi, interesting point that I now will have some homework for me to do because I did not know that was not something that was already done. So, for those that can't see the chat, Mishi said that she's still waiting on the board to talk about her contract on the beach side. So, interesting topic.
As part of my application, I needed to make a resume, which I have, and a cover letter. And I thought for the podcast today, I could read out what I have so far in my cover letter, and then
Beautiful.
we together finish it up and send it in. How do you think about that?
I like this. So get your popcorn out, ladies and gentlemen.
It's addressed to Ryan Johnson, CEO USA Team Handball, Sunday, April 11th, 2021. Mr. Johnson, attached to this is my resume and application to be the USA Women's National Team head coach. My application is based on the idea of radical change. The time is ripe to transform the national team to become a high-powered and top-tier program, and I'm the right man to make that happen. To be successful, the team needs not only a head coach, but a head coach with general manager skills. My experience founding the Columbus Armada lends itself perfectly to this. I've thrown myself headfirst into recruiting talent for the Armada, and the talent we've collected, trained, and coached has been remarkable. I want to do this at the national team level, only at a much greater scale. The team needs reimagined, and there's no better place to look than graduating collegiate seniors who played softball, volleyball, water polo, rowing, and basketball at a high level. These athletes need to be incentivized to play handball, and I'd work to develop a recruitment program that would effectively identify, teach, and develop these athletes into national team athletes. I'm going to put in national team handball athletes right there.
That's why we're
Develop,
walking through this. Yeah.
Developing and identifying talent is only part of the equation, though. The other part is coaching. My coaching experience is from a top level as an assistant coach under JD Orr's tutelage at Ohio State. This has taught me not only the basics of coaching, but the specifics of how to succeed as a coach. Coach Orr is a top-notch professional, and the strategies that are needed to succeed at the international level he exemplifies in his program. That's where I'm at so far.
Mishi has got some questions for you and some comments. So number one, Max, can you name 5 of the active players on the women's roster? And she will support your application if you can do such.
Okay, hold on. I have them in my head. I need a second to think.
This is cheating.
I'm thinking. I'm trying to get.
Good luck even Googling it. Good luck. Good luck even trying to Google it. Good luck.
I'm mid-thinking, JD. I'm thinking of. I actually do know one, and I know.
Okay. Give me one. Give me one.
I mean, if we're talking beach too, Katie Ann.
Nope, we're not talking beach. We're just talking the indoors because that's what you're applying for.
Okay. Sif Christensen. I've met Kathy Darling. I know Kathy Darling.
Okay.
That is legitimately one.
Yes.
With whoever was tweeting at me the other day is 2.
That was Kathy.
That was Kathy. You're right. Hannah Ross, great player.
Who?
Julia Taylor.
True.
Sana Wheeler. Sana counts. Good friend of
mine. That's a stretch, but we'll count it.
And a good friend of mine. Katie Ann is also on the roster on the website. I already mentioned Katie Ann. I think we're at 5, buddy.
Key here, Mishi, is he's just attempting to use the website, but he's failing. All right, next Mishi torch moment here. Max's track record on a track. I don't know if it's attacking or I think it's attracting female athletes. Anybody? It's a good old goose egg right there. Next, Max's record on attracting female podcast hosts. Anybody? Any takers? We got another goose egg. Okay. So
I see the difference between coaching and podcast hosts, but JD, as someone who's been on a podcast with women before, we had 2 women on this podcast.
Did you bring them?
To lead women because I understand women at a very human level. I know how to lead, I know how to coach, and I know how to manage, JD. And that's something not a lot of people can say. As I have a younger sister who I'm a mentor to. I'm a collegiate mentor for You Strive College Mentoring of 2 different women right now, both of which are going to college. Pretty big.
Okay.
That's why I'm into the national team. I mentor these women to get into college. The girls on the national team under my tutelage will be not going to college, but going to the Olympics and winning the gold. There's a gold medal moment. There's an infraction point right now, right, where we're hiring a coach. We can either shoot for the gold, which is me, or we can be content with finishing in the last quadrant at Worlds. What do you want, JD? What's your path?
Man, really putting me on the spot here. I think it's tough.
Hey, Logan tonight in the WWE, and I missed it. Damn.
It was really boring. I don't watch wrestling, but basically he just said he waved at the guy, and then the guy just body smacked him down. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think coaching the dynamics between adult women and adult men, I don't think they're really super transferable. I think you have a lot different mentalities and ways about from a high level coaching standpoint, but you're
in the OSU program, we have a women's handball team that I've worked with personally. And
True.
That's what I'm seeing the plight.
It's just a lot to differentiate between the two, and honestly, the thing is Max, you'll apply here, and you'll be in contention, I would think. I mean, there's going to be some guys, I guarantee you, that Ryan's probably got some emails from those random guys in Zimbabwe and Algeria that I get emails from on a weekly basis. Um,
I beat them. Here's my real question, JD.
Mishi is just going off on you. I love it.
Make it
Keep it going, Mishi.
Can you make an appreciably better hire than me? Who out there that meets the criteria is better than me and would take the money? Because I would take $400. I would give them $400 back. I wouldn't even take a salary. Name me a coach right now who fits the criteria and would take $400 a month that is better than me. I'll wait.
So like, there's two people in my mind that the way that the application was like put together that would, I think, might have a shot. But the problem is that the current women's team, I believe, are not huge fans of either of these individuals, which is where it would not work.
They know me and they'll learn to love me.
They do not know you, but they might learn to hate you.
I
So
tweeted Kathy Darling the other day.
true.
They don't know me now, but also they could be replaced. The talent pool I'll be bringing in is going to be such a high-level talent pool, JD, that like, they're going to have to be competing. It's not going to be a joke.
So Max, do you know?
My friend Kyle's girlfriend, D1 volleyball player at Maryland. She'd be my first recruit. She's like 6'3".
Well, let's get her on the. Why don't we get her on the show?
Yeah, actually, I forgot about her. Yeah, we can get her on the show. I'll talk to him.
All right, Mishi, we're holding Max accountable. What's her name? What's this girl's name?
Nicole.
Nicole what?
Alford.
Alford. All right.
She's gonna be my first. She's gonna be my first center back.
6'3", dude. She's a big lady.
Yeah.
She a hitter, outside hitter.
I don't watch volleyball, JD.
Oh.
I watch.
Okay.
I'll tell you what she's gonna be in my system. In my system, she's gonna be the wagon wheel. She's gonna be distributing. She's gonna be going between the gaps and shooting because I know handball like the back of my hand.
All right.
We're playing fast. What I see a lot in women's handball now is not enough playing fast, right? We're playing slow, tactical. My team, we're going to be looking for track stars, JD.
Track stars, okay.
Fastest team you've ever seen. It's going to be like West Point playing Cincinnati, right? That's going to be like us versus like Norway, right? Our women will be running up and down the court so fast, blazing fast in transition. Fast shots, smart shots, but blazing fast transition. And that will absolutely change the game. You know, I'd be happy to lend my coaching abilities to the beach side if you'd like me as an assistant. I actually do it volunteer basis. I'll do it for free.
Hey, if Max relocates out to the West Coast, I mean, on the beaches we have here, as Misha, I think we've talked about, less than stellar, the Ohio beaches.
Unfortunately, I'm not looking at the West Coast. I'm looking at the East Coast, but I can be the spark to the East Coast beach handball revolution. But it'll be tough because I'll be the head coach of the national.
Let me just pause you there. You know what my problem with the East Coast is when we talk about beaches?
Too many liberals, JD?
No. East Coast beaches are the worst. There's just all very dark, grainy sand, large grains, granules, I guess, the correct way.
I know.
A lot of shells, a lot of rocks. Like, it's not a fun beach to like hang out at. You want a beach, you go to the West Coast, you go to the Gulf.
Well, hold on, JD. Meet you left a comment saying beach is simpler to learn than indoor, so you have a shot at knowing the rules. I know the rules in the game of indoor handball, like the back of my hand. I've been a handball player for 4 years now.
It's been longer than that, hasn't it?
4 years now. I don't need to be a novelty because I'm not a novelty in the fact that I have a big brain. And what we don't have in the program is someone with my drive and passion at the cost. There's nothing like someone working for free. And I would bring in my team, JD. You know, I have a deep team of big-pocketed people that would love to see me become coach.
True.
I think the Shootin family would really like one of our own being head coach.
That's another comment I wanted to ask you about, so keep going.
I think their pocketbooks might open up a little bit when little cousin Max is the head coach of the U.S. Women's National.
Gosh.
His own defense statement. I messed up. And that's the other thing that head coach you need accountability. And there was a time in my life where I would not have owned up to that, and I own up to it. It was a bad comment. And John Ryan, who's a religious watcher of this podcast, only so he can tweet out every time I misspeak, called me out on it, and he did a good job. He ruined me.
No
But I'm
cap.
stronger. I know what I said. I know what I did, and I know how to coach handball better than John Ryan, and he can quote me on that.
Ooh, we're gonna get a showdown then, because if you remember, Max, John said, I don't know if he said it on Twitter, or maybe he was just on the phone or something. He told me that if he started a women's team at Air Force, that he would wipe the floor with whatever women's team I came to play them with. So
If
any
we
John Ryan coach team, he
if
said.
with his team, your team from OSU and my team from the national team, my team is beating everyone by 40.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, John. We'll look forward to your takes on this later this week whenever I get around to posting this.
Under my administration, we're moving Kathy Darling to a player coach role. I want her taking on more responsibility. I think she's very bright handball persona. She's going to assistant coach. That's what I guarantee. My first hire.
Okay. All right.
My second hire, JD.
I'm not. Yeah.
My second hire is you as our technical director because we need someone who sees the game different, just like you, JD.
I'm not sure I'm interested, but thank you for the.
$20 a month in mac and cheese at the cafeteria.
I do love the mac and cheese at work, so it's tempting. That is tempting.
My third hire, JD.
Hmm?
My third hire is gonna be Brian. I love that guy. Great dude.
All right. I think Brian's only like spread like 16 ways to Sunday or whatever the phrase is. I mean,
Quit everything else.
he's reaching the point of mental exhaustion again, as I see by his. I think it's like a quarterly basis. His Facebook post that just says emails question mark. That's when you know Brian is in hot water. So
You want my fourth hire, JD?
you got a pretty deep staff here. What else you got?
Even out of my own pocket. That's how committed I am.
Okay.
Fourth hire is a man named Anton Korpachev. Anton understands the game of handball better than anyone I've ever seen. And Anton will be invaluable as an asset to the U.S. and understanding the European side of the game of handball.
I think last time I checked in with Anton, he is no longer in America. He is like in like Colombia or something like that. He is in South America.
Works for the FSB. There is no doubt.
So, anyways, all right. Well, this has been good little chat here so far.
I need to finish up writing my letter though. I only got that far before we got interrupted with challenges.
Yeah, no, and we were working on keeping this as a tight 30 episode, and I don't think we're gonna do that.
Yeah, I mean, are you good? I can end it if you
I'm
want.
okay. Kaylee said it's bedtime soon, but I'll survive. So
I'm writing this strategy, expertise, and wherewithal will help bring transformative, positive change to the women's program.
this is great podcast right here. The click, click, click,
I'm
click,
sorry.
click, boom.
I mean, I can mute myself when I type the
No,
next paragraph.
no, I like it. I like it. We're
What else do I need to bring? I talked about bringing in Division One women. I talked about how I have coaching experience under Coach Orr. What's next?
I think tangible evidence is what we need to deliver for this.
So that's where I'm lacking a little bit, JD.
Okay. Understanding your faults and your limitations, I think is big.
Would work harder, be more accountable, and have the best interests of this country and this team in mind than me. I'm a 8 a.m. I'm a 7 a.m.
There we go.
Gym leader. A real gym a scrappy gym rat. I'm a 7 a.m. in the gym leader. No one will show up earlier.
I think 7 a.m. is really not that early when you think
I'm a
about
6
it.
a.m. in the gym leader. No one will show up or outwork me in our quest to make this team a world-class competitor.
All right.
Will push themselves when they see how much we care about supporting them and transforming.
Max, did you take Mavis Beacon as a kid?
What?
Did you ever do Mavis Beacon as a kid?
Make a speaking?
Mavis Beacon.
Oh no, what's that?
It's a typing program to improve your typing speed.
Are you saying I'm too slow?
I mean,
I
I
go
can only
one.
tell by clicks, but
No, I mean, I go 120 words per minute. The problem
okay,
is I'm thinking while I type.
okay, okay.
I can also type with my eyes closed. A lot of people can't do that.
Oh, oh, here you go. Mishy's back with more fire. You ready?
So how about Armada pledging to put a woman? We're working on it, and I would love for the Armada to have a women's team. In fact, we'll give them equal money, funding, and opportunities as a men's team as soon as we close on the next home of the Columbus Armada. There is nothing I want more than having a strong women's team for the Armada. The issue is the Armada men's team currently does not have a home,
So,
and it's something that's fixed. If
Mishi,
I
on that note, what I am trying to do is with the outdoor league that we're going to launch this summer, um, because it's no contact and no dribbling and really should be pretty simplified. Uh, I want to do a trial run with this first session just to see whoever can come, and then if we get enough interest to kind of launch a co-ed league, and then if there's further interest from there to have a full women's league. But that's kind of my plan to start at least, because right now we've only ever had 1 to 2 ladies come to Armada practice. Um, it's one of those things that I don't. They don't have a problem practicing with the men. I don't have a problem practicing having them practice with the men, especially because we're not doing any contact stuff even before. But uh, it's just tough. I mean, I don't know a lot of ladies. It's one of those things. My wife only has male friends as well. Kind of makes it a little difficult for us to find interested women. So I've been trying to tap into the volleyball team that we're on to try to get some of them. And kind of the leader of that, she tore her ACL and had to get like she didn't tear her ACL. She had to get like like something from her side. It was she had a really nasty injury that basically she's out for like 6 months. So kind of killed all my progress on that front. Uh oh yeah. Yes. That's kind of what. Yeah. Yes to all the above. So, um, the goal is to kind of do it similar to beach. So, 3 steps, still 3 seconds, no contact. There'll still be a 6 meter arc, and I think the court is 34. The court that we're going to be playing on is going to be 34 meters long and I think 17 meters wide. So I was planning to do 5v5 instead of 4v4 like beach, just because it's a little bit longer. Um, Otherwise, it's kind of like more of the mini handball, but I guess that's very similar to beach. I was thinking about incorporating the alley oops or the kempas and 360s for 2 pointers. So I kind of wanted to do a test game, but we got rained out last week. So I'm hoping to do that maybe this week to see how that might play out. As for Meetup, yes, we're using Meetup. That's who I'm working with to launch the league. So he'll help kind of post it on the Columbus Sports and Rec, Columbus Parks and Rec sites as well. So he works directly with them. So once we get to that point, it'll really, I think, take off. What else we got? Yeah. So, and to your point, if we get people playing at that level, it's a lot easier transition to beach. And I think I can get a lot more people interested in beach. Like the guy we had on last week, he's 6'5". I know we don't need any more people at least men on the beach side, but good athlete. Got to see what he's capable of on the handball court still. But anyways, talk too long on that front. Anything else, Max, before we keep moving on here?
Yeah, I finished my letter. I'm sending it off tonight.
All right.
I
Beautiful.
finished the ending is no one would work harder, be more accountable, and have the best interests of this country and this team in mind than me. I'm a 6 a.m. in the gym leader. No one will show up earlier or outwork me in our quest to make this team a world-class competitor. Our athletes will push themselves when they see how much we care about supporting them and transforming this environment for good. This coaching decision is a crossroads for this program. And although non-traditional and with less experience than some, I'm going to take that out because I have a lot more experience than some. And although non-traditional, I can and will bring needed change to this program. My knowledge, passion, drive, and leadership will prove itself to be the valuable difference maker in this position. I look forward to speaking with you further and solidifying myself as a positive change maker in the USA handball community. Regards, Max Lipman.
Okay.
If you read that, JD, you're hiring this role and you read that, would you not be blown away?
I think it's definitely gonna Ryan. Not knowing you, is definitely gonna be like, wow, this guy sounds pretty passionate. So
The issue is if he does at all know me,
then it's case closed. So
yeah, you're done.
granted, Melissa will be like, oh, that's Max. So just toss that in the trash. um,
I've talked to her before.
um, all right, I'm getting the signal that I gotta still deal some house stuff before I go to bed. So we're gonna keep moving here. Finish quick. Two questions. Uh, what do you know about? So, my mom was watching a show about the Schottensteins, about how another, I think it's Beverly Schottenstein, Barbara, or one of the grandmothers was basically being screwed over by her grandsons who were like.
Yeah,
So there was a TV show about this. I guess was my mom
yeah.
was telling me about.
The NBC ones. Yeah, so the grandsons were total shitbags, and they were wealth managers, and they made her give them all her wealth to manage because in the wealth management world, apparently that's how you like move up to better jobs, is having a ton of assets. And they spent all her money in like super risky positions, and she ended up making a little, but they wouldn't give her access to it. They wouldn't show her her trades or anything. And now they got investigated by the SEC. They got fired. She won her lawsuit against them and completely cut them off of the family. And the best part is their dad lives the floor below her in her Florida condo.
Yeah, it's nuts. That's nuts. Do you see Mishi's latest comment?
No.
Mishi says, shout out to Minnesota Handball. They're running a fundraiser to start a women's and youth team. Hashtag doing more than max for women's handball.
For more than me for now.
I'm just saying, Mishi, my thing is that money is not the problem, I think, for growing the sport of handball. We all have balls. We have goals. It's time and people's effort that needs to be done. I could drop, I don't even know how people come in and spend $10,000 and say, I'm going to get a new handball club started in this city. It's like, you're going to just spend that on stuff that's not actually going to create sustainability. Like you're going to spend it on, some gym rental fees and some jerseys and some stuff. And then once people kind of die off, you lost the pizzazz. So my thing is creating a fun atmosphere that gets people coming back. That's not something that necessarily has to cost money. So that's where I'm not a big believer in money's the solution. So, but I agree. Max is doing a lot of talking and not a lot of walking. So I'm the walker on this show. Max is the talker. I think that's how this show works.
I won't walk, I'll run.
All right, good. While we're still on the women's topic, Max, what do you know about the tournament coming up in Chicago?
I've heard a lot about it, and I think it's going to be a great time.
You've played at this facility that's going to be hosting it. What are your thoughts on that facility?
They're hosting it at the Target. I watched Josh turn his ACL into spaghetti there.
Good.
It's a cool facility in that it's legitimately a former Target. The floor is good. Like, I like the floor. I like playing on it. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. But, like, there's worse places to play. I would love to have a facility like that for us.
All right. Well, I'm still about 2 years away from my facility, so.
Our facility is ready. I'm giving you some seed cash.
But I know I don't know if you saw. I might have shared with you today that they're revamping Tuttle Park to have 3 handball futsal courts outside, so with lines and permanent goals. So that's a huge boost. So.
Or just futsal?
Huh?
Is that only futsal or is it handball lines?
Well, it's the same. It's the same.
Yeah. But
So.
did they do that with handball in mind or only futsal?
No, because Dante and Melissa basically have grown that park to be a destination for futsal, and that's what we need to do. I hate piggybacking off of everything that they've done, but we need to trailblaze in our own sense. Um, but hey, if they've made it this far, I think we can continue to help boost their efforts as well as propel ours. Um, but as for the women's tournament, I think that this is a good opportunity for whoever the new head coach might be to come out and really get onto the scene with a splash. The interim coach is going to be Julio. Um, oh, Cal Heat's getting into esports. We're going to need to delve more into that, I think, at some point.
Wait, like the handball team?
That's what she said. Yeah.
That's a no.
Yeah, we're gonna have to maybe send me a message offline with more details on what that might entail. Because I've changed the layout of my arena a little bit to no longer have the kind of streaming studios. After talking with some of the esports teams and people that are in the gaming
Don't worry.
community.
Do not do esports stuff. It's too saturated at this point.
Okay, fine, Max.
There's just a
Thanks.
5-year trend that is downwards. I was big in the esports community. You know that.
Where is there an arena that you can go and watch outside of Nationwide where you can go and watch an esports tournament for like a high school level?
I mean, currently no one watches them. That's the thing. Like,
The parents will.
do they?
Yes.
Parents hate video games.
Anyways,
There's
anyways,
also an esports place in Hilliard like that.
that place is just an old blockbuster. That's not a facility that you can put, you know.
There's MLG Arena, but I don't know what's going on with that.
But that's like it's way down south in the middle of nowhere, isn't that?
No, it's near Easton. Yeah, it's
Oh,
not. But I don't think it's used anymore. I
yeah.
used to go there all the time.
All right. So, point being is I've talked to people and I think it's still a valid thing to include. It's just all I need is internet speed and hookups. So that's really comes down to it. The key piece. John Ryan wants to know: has handball been played at the center of Elgin before? John, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought this was going to be played at Life Zone. I
Wait,
mean,
JD,
unless, huh?
are you going to this?
I plan on it if
Because
if
we're
I'm free. Yeah.
I'll with you.
All right, that works. We'll stay with Sostov.
Sweet. Oh wait, yo, JD. So the Detroit League, when's it start? I gotta sign up. I don't
Uh,
want to miss a couple.
starts Saturday, so I can't make this first week, but it starts Saturday.
I don't know how many of these I can even go to, but I might sign up because I'm missing. I have 2 weeks in May. I can't do it.
Even if it's a $50 donation to Joey, I think that's fine.
I'll give Joey $50. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Um. So
I want to-
yeah. So the Detroit League starts up on Saturday. I think it's gonna go. I think 8 weeks. Two teams. We didn't want to create like the Ohio team just because I couldn't get confidence from enough
I wish
people to drive the 3 hours up there every single Saturday for the next 8 weeks.
I don't want to
Uh,
play with.
I have lacrosse, I have golf outings, I have life. So that basically creates a give or take 8 hour day wasted to driving to Detroit. And I shouldn't say wasted. It's an enjoyable time. Uh, I just hate driving in Michigan. As soon as you cross the border, people wonder why Ohio hates Michigan. It's that Toledo to Detroit line right there. That is the worst stretch of road.
You can pick up on the way there, JD. Kurt lives in Toledo right now. We can pick him up on the way.
We'll pick up Kurt and Jimbo.
Let's do it.
Good.
Yeah,
Uh, Mishi, I don't know. I know that Joey, I think, isn't savvy enough to that. I've told him about free platforms to stream, like apps such as Swish Live that you can stream right to Facebook. That'll have a scoreboard, or even doing it on Twitch or just Facebook Live or YouTube without a scoreboard. Not sure what his motive is there yet, but I asked him when we went up the last time, and he said, "Yeah, bring it." And then I brought everything, and he said, "No, we're not going to do this." So, not sure what his mindset is on that front, but we'll get to it. We'll see. So, yeah, I think that covered What else was I gonna? I had one other Max question. I think that's it though. What else we got, Max? Is that it?
I think that's it. I mean, big stuff coming up in the handball world for us.
Yeah. So, um, to Michi's point, Max, why don't you hit up? I already forgot her name. It ends with Alford.
Yeah,
Uh,
Nicole. I'll reach
Nicole
out.
Alford.
I'll see. I'll see if she's interested in becoming a shooter.
Yeah, I am also surprised Michi. I don't know if he just doesn't want to, or if it's just one more task for him to deal with that he doesn't have the bandwidth to help. So maybe me being there might be able to help him out. Um, about Joey doing live streaming for the games.
I mean, I think he's just overworked. He's doing great stuff. He's a guy that I think would be my competition for USA Women's Coach.
I don't think Joey wants to be. So
I don't. That's why I'm not worried. Like that's why I think the job's in my pocket because Joey Handball didn't want it.
so um, yeah, I think so. We got games in Detroit this weekend. We got Armada practice starting up on Wednesday. We
What
got.
time is that, JD?
I'll have to double check. Um,
Is it early or late?
I think it's at 7.
Okay, sweet.
So I think it's 7 to 8 or 6:30 to 8, something like that.
I'm gonna be debuting my new handball shoes and seeing
Oh yeah, the Giannis. That's right. I forgot.
maybe they'll make me good.
And then you'll have to send a letter to Giannis. Great. Okay. Well, if we don't have any other questions in the chat, I think we're gonna sign off early on this one. And if Max can't get Nicole to come on, then I'll get one of our other guests that we had kind of pre-staged before some hiatus. So I think we should have some free time this week. Shout out to Mishi for all the comments in the chat. It was great. And we'll catch you all next time. Max, any closing remarks?
I just want to say that if when I'm given this opportunity to be head coach of the U.S. Women, like I'm not going to act different. Nothing will change about me, JD. I'll still do this podcast with you. I'm just going to be working 100 times harder at everything.
All right. That's what I like to hear. That's what we need. 100% of Max all time. Last question I had for Max, actually.
Yeah.
Did you see the jersey I'm wearing right now for Random Jersey Sunday?
Let me check Snapchat real quick.
I'll take any guesses in the chat. I'll give a $5 to anybody that knows what. Let me make sure it's not obvious.
I have no idea what that is. Is that
What?
TikTok?
TikTok? What? No.
It looks like the TikTok logo on it.
No, it's Arima. If anyone knows what league this is from, so make
I
sure
like the
that's
album.
all.
I was there when you got it.
Yeah, that's shout out to Joey. So he's with us every day. Okay, if you have no answers and nobody in the chat, then we're gonna call this puppy quits here. I'm gonna go to bed and do it all again tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, shooters. Max, what else? Anything?
No, thank you, shooters. Have a great evening.
And as always, keep shooting.
This is my story, my name is JD, trying to look for a chick to call me baby. I'ma treat her well, cause that's where it's at, don't matter to